Do you know a great dad? Do you have a great dad? Dads have been there for us throughout our lives, building memories and traditions that last a lifetime. This Father's Day, Ned and Dale Jarrett, two great NASCAR greats, are joining us with Autolite to help celebrate great dads and share insights into their own special father-son connection. Congratulations to the both of you for being with us today out of NASCAR's one of favorite NASCAR cities, Charlotte, North Carolina. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Tom.
Good to have you both. Hey, tell us about the Autolite, what they're doing to recognize great dads this Father's Day.
Well, it's the Autolite Iridium XP Great Dads giveaway. We want to hear your story. You know, our story as father and son has kind of been out there in the public for a lot of years. We've had a lot of great things to happen to us in the NASCAR world, and so you know, our story has been told a lot. But we want to hear your story, whether it's about you and your dad or a great dad that you know, and the story hasn't been told. Go to AutoLiteGreatDads.com. And tell us your story. There's a lot of great prizes to be given away there. The grand prize is a trip for two, whether it's you and your father or you and your son, to the Dale Jarrett Racing Adventure. Be able to get behind the wheel of a stock car and see what that's about. But you know, this is a great time of year and an opportunity to tell that story. And we know that you know, in our case, it's been cars and auto racing that's been our great bond through the years, along with a lot of other things. But we know there's other things out there, fathers and sons, those stories, and we want to hear about those. And Autolite has been great to put us in this position to let you tell your story.
And speaking of the stories, describe some of the father-son experiences that you both have had working on cars together throughout the years. And then I want to hear about that Dale Jarrett driving experience, because I've always wanted to get behind that NASCAR wheel.
Well, I was able to spend some time with Dale when he was very young. He had a second-hand go-kart that needed a lot of work on it, so we were able to work on it together and spend that time together. And then later on, when he got his first car in high school, it also was a used car. We couldn't afford a new one at that time, and so we would work on it together, and I think that it helped him to learn something about the car, something he needed to do if he was going to become a race driver. But the time that we were able to spend together doing that was so meaningful to us as a father-son.
Yeah, those times, you know, I didn't only learn about cars, but there were a lot of other opportunities as we were working on the cars and learning about those to get other life lessons along the way. And so I've been very fortunate to have a dad that was also my hero right there and learning all the time. And certainly Autolite is giving other people an opportunity here to tell those stories, and we want to know about those. But ours have been great. You know, it went from you know, those younger days and learning about that. You know, I'm pretty sure that Chevrolet Nova that I had Autolite spark plugs in it, and the go-kart did too. And you know, they've been around for over 100 years, and certainly a big part of NASCAR throughout that time. I can remember as a kid traveling the circuit with my dad and seeing the Autolite stickers and the plugs being used in the race cars at that time, still do to this day, because they're the #1 selling brand. So it's been great for us to be a part of this, and again, the history of the sport and Autolite together has given us this opportunity to kind of be out there and again telling our story. If you haven't heard a lot of those things, but a lot of our Father's Days have been spent around the racetrack and together, and we've been fortunate in that respect for a lot of years. And we know that others may not have been quite as fortunate to spend that time together, but probably have a great story, and we want to hear about that.
Oh, that is
one
fantastic.
of our stories is the 1993 Daytona 500. Dale was winning his first Daytona 500 that year, driving for Joe Gibbs, and passing Dale Earnhardt on the last lap to take the lead and win that Daytona 500 was just a great moment for us. I was working in the booth with CBS at the time, and being able to call him home, and the producer encouraged me to be a dad. And everything that I suggested that he do, he did. And people still today say, hey, you had a two-way radio and he was just listening to what you were saying, but we didn't have that. That would not have been allowed by NASCAR to start with. But that was just a great moment for us, and like Dale said, we want to hear the stories of the fans out there.
And it's hard not to win unless you got those Autolite spark plugs. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us, and I hope that Nova had a 307 in it.
It certainly did.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, and a happy Father's Day to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
And we've got more after the break, so stay with us.